1400 WJZM Radio. 38 degrees at 7 o'clock. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Hardworking helicopter pilots about to get a break in battling those Northern California wildfires. Forecasters say rainy weather will help crews put out the remaining flames by the end of the week. Meanwhile, officials say about 8,000 people evacuated from their homes in Mendocino County have now been allowed to return. For many, there are no homes to go back to. Others more fortunate, like Catherine and Tom Andrews in Santa Rosa.
It burned all the way up to our house.
Burned all the way up to the back porch. So
we were spared.
Just lucky.
But many of our neighbors lost their homes, as you know, just on the other side of us.
The good news for the wildfire-battered region: rain is in the forecast later this week. President Trump says he'd like to see the special counsel's Russia investigation come to an end. Here's White House correspondent Greg Clugston.
The president maintains there was no coordination between Russia and his campaign during the 2016 election.
There has been absolutely no collusion.
And he'd like to see an end to the ongoing investigation.
The whole Russian thing was an excuse for the Democrats losing the election.
The president told reporters he is not considering firing special counsel Robert Mueller. Greg Clugston, the White House.
Newly released emergency calls from a sweltering Florida nursing home that lost its air conditioning to Hurricane Irma showed staffers becoming increasingly agitated by a disaster that would eventually claim 14 lives.
Hollywood Rehab Nursing Center.
Okay. And where's the patient at?
This is the 911 call.
The patient is here on the second floor. I'm having a respiratory problem with her.
Investigators have said they want to know why the home's approximately 150 patients were not evacuated to a fully functioning air-conditioned hospital just across the street till after the first deaths had occurred. On Wall Street right now, Dow futures are up about 6 points. NASDAQ futures down by 2. This is SRN News. The Justice Department says it's going to investigate the murder of a transgender teenager.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions has sent a federal hate crimes lawyer to Iowa to help prosecute a man charged with the killing of a young person who identified as both male and female. The rare decision to involve a federal prosecutor in a local murder case follows pledges by Sessions to aggressively prosecute acts of violence against transgender people. Earlier this month, he stated that federal workplace discrimination laws do not cover the transgendered. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
The last Leonardo da Vinci painting in private hands, in the image of Jesus, is going to auction in New York next month. Christie's auction house says Salvator Mundi, which means Savior of the World, is set to be offered November 15th with a pre-sale estimate of around $100 million. The work dates from around 1500. It is one of fewer than 20 known paintings by Leonardo. This is SRN News. Hillary Clinton and WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange are going after each other.
Hillary Clinton calls Julian Assange a tool of Russia in his release of hacked emails that hurt her presidential campaign.
I think Assange has become a kind of nihilistic opportunist who does the bidding of a dictator.
President Putin of Russia.
If he's such a, martyr of free speech, why doesn't WikiLeaks ever publish anything coming out of Russia?
Assange, who is holed up in Ecuador's embassy in London, tweets that Clinton lies constantly.
That's correspondent Rita Foley. Maine mussels starting to lose some of their power. The state's blue mussels are beloved by seafood fans near and far, but the size of the annual harvest has dipped in recent years. Harvesters collected fewer than 1.8 million pounds of mussel meat last year. That's the lowest since 1976, when the state's harvesters topped 1 million pounds for the first time. More details at srnnews.com.
Commercial loans, Heritage Bank. Those are the only 4 words you need to know to make your commercial project a reality. Whether it's a new building for your business or a new business altogether, the commercial lenders at Heritage Bank can make things happen so you can make your business a success. Call or stop by your local Heritage Bank office today. At Heritage Bank, we're open for business. Your business.
NMLS number 431499. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bankwithheritage.com.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio. Clarksville area weather. Sunny and nice today. 69 for an expected high. Clear tonight. Chilly though. 43 for an overnight low. And Wednesday, 72 for a high. 45 for an overnight low. Currently, we're at 38 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county is building right at the moment. It is busy in several spots as we speak. Looks like 41A Fort Campbell is busy, especially out on the north end of the parkway. Looks like 48 and 13 is busy if you're coming into the city from the county. 41A Sango slow. Looks like the bypass is slow, and especially out by the MLK 76 connector. Trenton Road busy. Tiny Town Road very busy at the moment, and 79 St. Bethlehem busy as well. Now 24, if you're headed to Nashville, well, it does get a little slow once you get out into the county headed toward Nashville, but then it will ease up and you should have a smooth ride into the Davidson County area. And if you are headed that way, well, let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Good morning. Traffic's really picked up out here in the last few minutes. Over in Hermitage, checking an accident now, 40 westbound, right near Briley, not too far from the airport. It's busy now. 65 south there at Trinity Lane. There may be a minor wreck involved in all that mess there. And 24 eastbound at the 33 in Jolton, still on the scene of that crash. Chimney Quest has been locally owned since 1945. Listen, if you want the best, call Chimney Quest at 615-292-7411. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together here this morning on the Big 1400 and the latest national news, all brought to you by Heritage Bank. It is 7:06, and it's time now for the Tuesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville with Chuck Edwards. Good morning, Chuck.
Good morning, John Michaels. I'm so excited. It's Tuesday with the mayor, so you know what that means? We got company coming. We got company coming. We got, between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour, Mayor Kim McMillan's going to join us here in studio.
She will?
I'm looking forward to it. We need to get in makeup.
I know. I need to go back to the green room.
Yeah, we need to go back to the green room and get ready. Good morning, Clarksville. To Tuesday with the mayor. 1400 WJZM Radio, 39 degrees, expecting a high at 69 downtown Clarksville. Just ahead of Sports Now Update with Justin Swallows, brought to you this morning by Fox's Barbecue. Musically, the Cornelius Brothers, Sister Rose, Sister Sledge, and Seals and Cross.
All right.
But first,
it's time for
birthdays. Rogue One star Felicity Jones. Are you familiar with who she is?
No.
She was in Rogue One. She's 34.
Oh, yeah, I do. I know who she is.
Yeah, okay. Rebecca Robertson from Duck Dynasty is 29. She's the beautiful daughter who runs the Duck and Dressing Clothing Boutique. Do you ever watch that?
What?
Duck Dynasty?
Negative.
Oh.
It's not on my list of must-see TV. It's not. No.
I know.
I wouldn't know one of them if they walked in the door.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oh, okay. Eminem is 45.
Ancient.
Yep. He was born Marshall Mathers III in Kansas City, Missouri, but he changed his name to Eminem. I don't know how he got that. Wyclef Jean is 48, Fuji's genius. Ziggy Marley is 49. Norm MacDonald, funny guy, terrible actor, 58 years old.
His show is good, though.
It is?
Yeah, his talk show that he has is good. I watch it.
Country superstar Alan Jackson is 59. Bill Hudson is 68. And George Wendt. Norm on Cheers.
92.
No, he's 69.
Oh.
How old do you think Margot Kidder is? The original Lois. No, she wasn't the original Lois Lane, but, maybe I remember her in the Superman
I'm
movies
say
as
she's
well.
71.
69.
Oh.
You were close. You're very good. You were close.
Close, but no
Jim
cigar.
Seals of Seals and Cross, Summer Breeze, Makes Me Feel Fine, Diamond Girl,
He's
You Sure
82.
Do Shine. Huh?
82.
No, 76. 76. 14 days to Halloween.
Is that
19 days until Daylight Savings Time ends. 25 days to Veterans Day. We have one of the nicest or the biggest. So our Veterans Day parade is known for something, isn't it? Either it's one of the largest or the
I think
biggest.
so, yeah.
Yeah,
but
in
it's
the
always
state.
good to go out.
It is.
I try to go every year.
Yep.
If I can get away from here, I go.
59 days till Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Comes.
They put out another trailer.
They did?
Yeah. Looks good. Looks good. Jimmy Troglin, how's your
standing in line? The thing about putting out trailers for a movie like this, it don't make no difference.
People go see it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have every screen except one for the Emoji Movie, with Star Wars.
Or the Lego movie.
Yeah, and maybe they'll
have a Lego Emoji double
they'll
feature.
flip-flop them. They'll flip-flop the Emoji Movie and the Lego Movie.
Have them 2 for 1. You get a double feature.
Yeah.
Legos followed by
But
the Emoji.
everybody will be there, going to see.
I hope Jimmy's not
Star
too
Wars.
cold this morning.
It's a little brisk.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I need to check on him.
He might have had somebody stand in for him last night.
I doubt it. He might have got his son his son has to go to school.
Give him $3.
Yeah, $3.
Yeah.
Stand out there for me tonight, son.
Yeah, it is the Tuesday edition on WJZM Radio. Good morning, Clarksville. Chuck and John.
Oh, yeah. Everything's all right, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
We can get started then because we got company coming. We got company coming, y'all. WJZM Radio. Back in the day, 115 years ago in 1902, the first Cadillac was completed in Detroit.
First Caddy.
The first Cadillac, y'all. 86 years ago in 1931, Al Capone was convicted of income tax evasion and sentenced to 11 years in prison. He was released after 8 years, and he spent the rest of his life as an invalid, crippled by a sexually transmitted disease. He died a powerless recluse in 1947. You know, I did not know that he was released.
I didn't.
I thought he died in prison.
Yeah, I did not know he was released as well.
I didn't.
Elliot Ness is still looking for him. Oh.
Yeah, he found him.
He did.
38 years ago, in 1979, Mother Teresa was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for her 30 years of work on behalf of the destitute in Calcutta, India. Mother Teresa, we need you to come back and rub a little bit of that on some of the people we got today.
True.
Yep.
True that.
28 years ago in 1989, and I remember watching this, the earthquake struck San Francisco just before the third game of the World Series between the Oakland A's and San Francisco Giants. You remember that?
I thought that was a movie. You mean it was real?
The earthquake happened, then the movie came about. And they had it in there.
I thought it was a movie that night I was watching it.
No.
Oh, it was real?
Yeah.
Oh.
26 years ago, 1991, Tennessee Ernie Ford died in Reston, Virginia, age of 72. 20 years ago, in 1997, more than 2,000 people jammed into the Aurora, Colorado church for the funeral services of John Denver, who passed away on October 12th when his home-built airplane crashed out over the ocean.
Yeah. Sad time.
Yeah. John Denver. I liked him.
Yeah.
What was your favorite song by John Denver?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Probably Sunshine on My Shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, I hated that one. Thank God I'm a country boy. I thought, you ain't no country boy.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio, Chuck and John. It is the Tuesday edition.
Wait a minute, you got your quarter ready?
Yeah, okay. Put it in.
Go ahead.
Put it in.
All right.
Decision.
Which one?
What to play. Let's do this.
She's simply awesome. She touched by me in painted on jeans. And all head turned 'cause she was the cream.
1400 WJZM Radio. It is Tuesday, the 17th day of October. 39 degrees. Expect a high today of 69, 43 for an overnight low. And Wednesday, 72 for a high with plenty of sunshine. No mention of any rain until next week. So, you know, that's a good thing. I was reading about this New York restaurant that is now selling a cup of coffee that costs $55.
Huh?
$55 for a cup of coffee.
$55 for a cup of coffee.
Yes.
That'd be no.
Or as it's known at Starbucks as a venti mocha frappuccino.
A what? I can't even say it.
Frappuccino.
How do you expect me to buy it when I can't say it? Just give me one of them other things.
Give me one of them.
Frappuccino, cappuccino. Says
venti mocha frappuccino. $55. And if you pay $55 for it, you deserve
whatever you get. You
That's
deserve
right.
it.
That's right.
Whatever kind of coffee it is.
I mean, enough of it. And you know, people, because that's trendy, because
they will buy it.
Oh, definitely. And in New York, you know, there's so many people that are trend conscious. When they find out, oh man, you can go down to John's place and get a cup of coffee for $55. You know, I used to work at a club, and we had a restaurant.
Yes.
And you know what I did?
We had a restaurant.
You know what I did?
What?
On the menu, I put a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for $12.
And somebody bought it, didn't they?
People bought it all the time. People bought it all the time.
It just goes to show you they'll buy it, especially after a few hits of
whiskey.
There you go. Now you're on the same page. You know, they'll buy anything.
They did. Anyway, we need to take a break. Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Fox's Barbecue on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Fox's Barbecue. They're serving slow-smoked premium meats at 521 Heritage Point Drive.
The Tennessee Titans woke up this morning tied for first place in the AFC South. Quarterback Marcus Mariota fought through a strained hamstring for one of his most memorable performances in Nashville. He completed 23 of 32 passes for 306 yards and led the Titans to a 36-22 comeback win over the Indianapolis Colts. The win snaps an 11-game losing streak for Tennessee against their division rivals. The Titans will now be on the road this coming Sunday against the NFL's worst team, the Cleveland Browns. Now over to Austin Peay State University, where they have released their 2018 baseball schedule. Coach Travis Jansen, entering his third season, has put together a tough out-of-conference slate loaded down with high-profile home games. The Diamond Govs will open their season at home on February 16th against Maryland Eastern Shore and will launch into the new campaign with 11 of their first 12 contests inside the friendly confines of Raymond Sehan Park. Lastly, today we'll bring you a sad anecdote from University of Tennessee football. The Vols, coming off a 15-9 loss at home against South Carolina, are preparing for a 2:30 showdown against longtime SEC West rival Alabama this coming Saturday. And according to most anyone you talk to, they are seemingly staring at an impossibility. ESPN gives the Vols between a 5 and 8% chance to win on Saturday. Las Vegas has them as a 30-plus point underdog, and recent history does not bode well for the men in orange and white. Their last win over Alabama came back in October of 2006. That's right. When Tennessee last beat the Crimson Tide, there was no such thing as an iPhone. Bob Barker was still hosting The Price is Right, and gas was $1.91 per gallon. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Voted the #1 veteran-owned barbecue restaurant in America, Fox's Barbecue is proud to serve the greater Clarksville community. They host the weekly Blues and Barbecue concert every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. Whether you're hungry for chicken, ribs, pulled pork, or brisket, Fox's Barbecue is the right choice. They offer all-you-can-eat selections every Wednesday and Thursday night, as well as catering and delivery. Call them to cater your next event at 931-896-2678. Or better yet, go see them at 521 Heritage Point Drive, just off from Tiny Town Road.
Big 1400, WJZM Radio. In case you didn't know it, today is National Pasta Day.
It is?
Did you know that? Yep. We'll be talking about that later on. But in the meantime, you can go out for lunch today and enjoy some pasta. Or you can go to Olive Garden and have whatever it is they're serving. The Big 1400 with Seals and Cross.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. the sidewalk, a little music from the house next door. So I walked on up to the doorstep, through the screen and across the floor. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Sweet days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune, and I come home from a hard day's work, and you're waiting there, all care in the world. See the smile waiting in the kitchen, food cooking on the plates for two. Feel the arms that reach out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
The big 1400 WJZM radio. A little later on, I'll tell you about the 10 non-essential items that we just can't live without. I'm sure that a lot of
What
you
would that
know
be?
some of those things that we think we can't live without, right? Yeah.
True.
A 115-pound competitive eater named Molly Schuler set a world record over the weekend. She ate 48 pieces of pumpkin pie in 10 minutes.
Didn't she?
Go, Molly! Go, Molly!
Diamond girl, you sure do shine. Glad I found you, glad you're mine. Oh, my love, you're like a precious stone, part of earth, where heaven is rained on. Makes no difference where you are, day or night time. You're like a shining star. How could I shine without you? And it's about
1400 WJZM Radio. A little tribute to James Seals and Dash Crofts.
Oh, yeah.
On the birthday, Seals and Crofts. Don't forget, a little later on this hour, 7:50 to be exact, we've got the Ball Network Notebook with Bob Kessling.
With Bob?
Yes,
and
with
then,
Bob.
And then in the 8 o'clock hour,
we got company coming. We got company coming.
Oh, Mama, I'm excited. I'm almost out of breath. But I saw like a living to death. I was on the mountainside when I looked down below. And glory be, I thought I'd better come and let you know that.
Because we got company coming. We got company coming. Yeah, it is Tuesday with the mayor, and Mayor Kim McMillan.
she might not come after that.
She might not.
She might decide to.
Again, we've already booked her a repeat.
We have?
A return engagement. Yeah. It went over so well the first time, she's going to come back.
When did the first time?
Today.
Oh.
Today is the first time.
I got you.
But it's going to go well.
Yeah.
Hey, did you watch have you watched any of the Major League playoff games?
Am I an American if I say no?
That would be no. I'll just send somebody to come investigate you. But anyway, Taco Bell is always doing that promotion about the stolen bases. Well, they're doing it again this year where you can get a free taco after the first stolen base in the World Series. Now, if it happens in game 1 or 2, it'll be on November 1st. If it happens after that, it's November 7th. So you could win.
I get a free taco.
Yeah.
If somebody steals a base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I want my free taco. Sorry, buddy, we're out of tacos. We're out of tacos.
40 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Expect a high today of 69. We need to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Ever lost or misplaced your debit card?
Now, before that happens, download the Card Valet mobile app.
With it, you can turn your F&M debit card on and off, establish when, where, and how it is used, and much more.
And best of all, it's free from F&M Bank.
Member FDIC.
Warren's Apothecary is much more than just a pharmacy. From prescriptions to home medical equipment, these folks have been taking care of families since 1960. They will take care of your prescriptions. They have certified fitters for mastectomy supplies. Warren's Apothecary has hospital equipment for sale or rent, and much more. Most insurances are accepted, and they have free delivery. Give them a call to find out more. 931-647-6791. Warren's Apothecary is located at 1647 Memorial Drive in Clarksville. Call 931-647-6791.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company. Cheesecake. It's one of those all-time favorite desserts. And the best you've ever had is waiting in the case at Coffee Break and Cheesecake. They make everything from scratch, right down to whipping their own butter. And they're creating delicious flavors like white chocolate with cookie crust, Reese's Pieces, Oreo mint, and s'mores. Come hungry because they sell not slivers or bites, but huge chunks of deliciousness. Coffee Break and Cheesecake at 1191 Fort Campbell Boulevard, Suite F, just past Dover Crossing.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
We've got you covered every step of the way. That's what they do at Clarksville Floor Covering. Carpet, hardwood, tile, laminate, vinyl, and area rugs are what they specialize in. Visit Clarksville Floor Covering and let their on-staff interior designer put it all together to give you the look you want. Locally owned and operated since 1961, Clarksville Floor Covering is conveniently located at 606 North Spring Street, behind Sonic off Riverside Drive. Visit their website at clarksvillefloor-covering.com and be sure to check them out on Facebook.
Why settle for less when you can get more at Wyatt Johnson in Clarksville, your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee?
Score and win with Wyatt Johnson GMC Buick, Toyota, Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru, as well as 3 pre-owned superstores for more selection in minutes versus days, shopping place to place. We are the region's largest GMC Buick dealer, the area's newest Toyota dealer, and home of the Hyundai, Mazda, and Subaru Giant. You always get more at your winning team in Kentucky and Tennessee. The Wyatt Johnson Automotive Family in Clarksville. There's finally a stress-free, no-risk way to buy a new mattress thanks to Beds Express. With their Triple Z guarantee, there's literally no way you can go wrong. Don't waste another night tossing and turning on your old, worn-out bed. Dive into affordable comfort at Beds Express in Clarksville at 1767 Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, Bellevue at 7643 Highway 70 South, and in Murfreesboro at 2222 Medical Center Parkway. Beds Express, Middle Tennessee's better sleep solution.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, continuing this thing about food. A new study found that the best cities to live if you're a vegetarian are New York, Portland, Oregon, Orlando, San Francisco, and L.A. I like Clarksville myself.
My mama told me, she said, son, please beware. There's this thing called love, and it's everywhere. And she told me, it can break your heart and put you in misery. Since I met this little woman, I feel it's happened to me. And I'm telling you, it's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. I found myself phoning her at least 10 times a day. You know, it's so unusual for me to carry on this way. I tell you, I can't sleep at night, wanting to hold her tight. I tried so hard to convince myself that this feeling just can't be right. And I'm telling you, it's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. It's too late to turn back, baby. I believe it's too late, baby. I wouldn't mind it if I knew she really loved me too. But I'd hate to think that I'm in love alone and nothing that I can do. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love. It's too late, baby. I believe I'm falling in love. It's too late to turn back now. I believe I'm falling in love.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, 40 degrees. Expect a high today of 69. Tonight, chilly, 43 for an overnight low. Tomorrow, nicely warming up to 72 degrees, overnight low around 45. And Thursday, 75 for a high. No mention of any rain until next week. Currently, we're at 40 degrees in
I get to
downtown
put
Clarksville.
off finding my coat for a few more days.
Yeah, you can put off finding your coat. Go ahead. We talked earlier about today is National Pasta Day. And just in case you want to know, here's some statistics on
how much pasta we eat.
On our pasta eating. Exactly. Today is National Pasta.
Intake.
So if hopefully you're carbo loading for that marathon that you're going to run tomorrow. You know, I mean, you know,
to the mailbox.
Those runners, those marathon runners, they be loading up on them carbs, and marathons on random Wednesdays in October are totally the thing to do. But anyway, there's a website called National Today. It ran a survey about our pasta eating habits in honor of the day. And here's what they found.
Yes.
75% of us eat pasta at least once a week. And about 5% eat it daily. Only 2.8% of us never eat pasta. The most popular pasta dish is cavatappi with mussels and fish sauce.
Huh?
Just kidding.
What? Lasagna.
It's Getty.
Oh, it's Getty, not lasagna.
Of course, it'd be Getty.
Oh.
The most popular sauce is marinara.
Yeah.
It got 52% of the vote. Alfredo sauce came in second at 44%.
Yeah, that's good stuff, too.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of makes me want to go get some pasta.
And thanks to that love of Alfredo sauce, 2/3 of people say they'd rather eat fettuccine Alfredo than mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Do you believe that?
No, I don't. Because people like their mac and cheese.
And listen to this. 9 out of 10 people prefer lasagna.
Lasagna?
To bake
or
ziti.
lasagna. Depends on what part of the country you're from.
Yeah, well, you know, I think lasagna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'll go get me some Chef Boyardee SpaghettiOs and have them for lunch today with little meatballs.
That's nice, John.
Will that
you don't
count
get
as...
the meatballs?
Yeah.
Chef? Okay.
Yeah. Does that count as pasta?
Wonderful. Yes, sir. It's got pasta in it.
Is it? Is
I
it real?
I don't know what they made. I don't know what them little circles made out
It's
of.
mystery meat. Remember when you used to go to the cafeteria and you'd ask someone, "Hey, lady, what's that?" And she'd say, "Just eat it.
Yeah.
It's good for you."
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway.
But you bought that $12.
So everybody go out to Olive Garden and, you know, partake of some of their pasta.
Yeah.
Do they have the endless pasta bowl?
I don't know.
They got all these different types of pasta, though. You know?
Yeah.
So,
well, you want me to send them a bill for you advertising?
No.
Well, you think they'll give us some free pasta?
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
I see you're going to go out and eat for free.
No, I'm just going to go down to Chi-Town and give me a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. Good morning, Clarksville.
Sisters with me.
Big 1400, WJZM Radio, just ahead of Bob Kessling and the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400. Well, boys and girls, time now for the top 10 non-essential items that we just can't live without.
Oh, like a smartphone.
I mean, we've seen these lists before, and number one is always the same. Researchers recently gave people a list of 50 different things that we take for granted every day. And they had to rank them according to how important they are. Okay, sports fans, here are the top 10 luxuries we can't live without. Number 1.
You going to start out with the top one?
Okay, you want me to start out with number 10?
Yeah, starting out with number 10. I want to
Number 10.
guess what number 1 is.
Eating out at restaurants. Number 2. Number 9. A microwave.
I don't have one.
We know, John. We know you don't. We know, as long as you don't.
I'm afraid of the
ain't a whole lot
radioactivity coming out of that
well,
thing.
You don't have a microwave because there ain't a whole lot you can do putting Fritos in a microwave.
Well, I can eat my
before
Chef
you put the hot
Boyardee
sauce on them. Oh, your Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, I'm going to eat a hound dog
That's
today.
right.
Woo!
Number 8, a dishwasher.
Don't have one of those.
But you only have those paper plates. You don't have to wash those. You just throw them away.
I can wash the Frito bags and reuse them.
Yeah,
for
and reuse
something.
them. Let them hang them up to dry.
That's right.
Number 7, beauty and skincare products. Now, these are things that we can't live without. Non-essential items that we can't live without.
Okay.
Number 6, at least one vacation a year. Number 5.
Yeah, I don't know what that word is.
Vacation?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
never heard of that.
Number 5, a nice big mattress. We're getting up to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we are. You got a nice big new mattress. Just no bed to put it on. Two. Just no bed to put
Just
it on.
no bed to put them on.
How does it sleep on the floor?
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. I get depressed.
Better get
Top 10 non-essential items that we can't live without.
Yes.
A washer and dryer. Now, you have a washer and dryer.
That I do have.
Yay, John.
I do wash my clothes
And
once
number
a month.
3, your pets.
Yeah, I have mine. You have yours.
I do. Number 2, your phone.
Oh, I thought that would be number 1.
No.
Let me guess. Let me think. Number 1 is your automobile.
Number 1, your internet.
Oh.
I mean, it says almost everybody put this at the top.
Your internet?
Yep, number 1.
And number 2 was smartphone.
Yeah, and you think about it, and remember years ago, the computers will never last. I mean, they're just for businesses. And now look at how they've changed our life.
Yeah.
Go back 15, 20 years.
When we were on dial-up?
Yeah. Rotary.
Yeah.
A few luxuries people said they could live without are really nice towels, flying first class, tickets to sporting events, having food delivered, and paying for someone to clean your place.
That's right. I have a maid.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I know.
Her name is John.
Her name is John, too. Yeah. Time now for the Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling, brought to you by Copies in a Flash on the Big 1400.
Tennessee looking for big plays out of its offense this week against Alabama. This is the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee takes on top-ranked Alabama Saturday in Tuscaloosa. The Vols trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Coach Butch Jones said to knock off the top-ranked Tide, Tennessee's offense must find a way to generate big plays.
There's no mystery. We're missing big plays, and we're missing big plays, big splash opportunities, not just on the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side of the ball, and also in the special teams game. We need more big returns on special teams. Obviously, offensively, we need big plays plays there. So I think it's overall one of the missing elements.
Jerry Garantano makes his second start at quarterback on Saturday. Coach Jones said the redshirt freshman did some good things in his first start Saturday against South Carolina and is now looking for him to take another big step this week against Alabama.
The one thing that you can't put a price tag on is playing experience, but I like the way the overall command presence. I thought our players fed off his leadership, his energy, and he did make some plays.
Garantano will be tested as Alabama has the top rushing defense in the conference, allowing just 66 yards per game. The leading scoring defense in the SEC, just 10 points per game, and is second in the SEC in total defense. On football Saturdays at Neyland Stadium, folks from all over the Volunteer State gather to form a community of enthusiastic Big Orange fans. Like the team on the field, they give their all to cheer on the Vols to victory. At your local farmer-owned co-op, they also know the importance of community support. It's kept them providing expert advice, friendly service, and quality products in towns across Tennessee for more than 70 years. They give their all to help these hard-working champions of agriculture. Co-op. Proudly farming Big Orange country. Start time for next week's Kentucky game has been announced. It'll be a 7:30 kickoff at Kroger Field in Lexington. Reporting for the Vol Network, I'm Bob Kessler.
Maintaining a professional appearance in today's competitive market is key to success. Do you have a need for a new logo design? See Copies in a Flash. Their expert team can assist you from start to completion of your logo design. Maybe it's a flyer you need. They can do that as well. Anything to do with print. Your local Copies in a Flash can handle it all in a flash. Visit Copies in a Flash at 1841 Business Park Drive in Clarksville. Copies in a Flash offers free delivery. See Copies in a Flash and view all their offerings at copiesinaflash.com. Copies in a Flash says go Big Orange and are proud to support our community.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, where we've got UT football this Saturday, October 21st. The Crimson Tide, airtime 1 o'clock, kickoff 2:30, right here on the Big 1400 WJZM Radio.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry. I feel sorry. Sorry for any man out there when he can't look around and
1400 WJZM Radio, 41 degrees at 8 o'clock. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The Trump administration has launched a major push for tax reform by year's end with a major media gathering this morning at the White House. Treasury Department spokesman Tony Sayegh says it's all about making an outdated tax code more fair.
The idea, again, is a major middle-class tax cut that's also producing a fairer tax code and a simpler tax code on the individual side, and a business tax code that does not incentivize American profits to remain offshore.
Sayegh spoke on the Hugh Hewitt Show on the Salem Radio Network. Thanks to some rain in the forecast, hard-flying helicopter pilots might get some time off this weekend as crews expect to finally extinguish the last of those Northern California wildfires that have proven both deadly and costly to so many. Even for those who have a home to return to in Mendocino County, life is going to be far from normal. People like Catherine Andrews, who feels terrible for her neighbors in Santa Rosa who lost everything.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, I'm trying not to have survivor's guilt, I think they call it. But we've been here 20 years this week. We raised our kids in this house, so many of the families on this hill.
In all those fires are blamed for more than 40 deaths and destroying thousands of structures. Newly released emergency calls from a sweltering Florida nursing home that lost its air conditioning thanks to Hurricane Irma showed staffers becoming increasingly agitated by a disaster that would eventually claim 14 lives.
Now from Hollywood Hills Rehab, I have a patient in respiratory distress. What's the address? 1200 North 35th Avenue. What city is that? Hollywood. I'm sorry? Okay. And what's the name of the location? Hollywood Hill Rehabilitation Center.
Confusion as the 6 calls were made from the rehabilitation center at Hollywood Hills between 3 a.m. and 6:30 in the morning on September 13. That's the day that the first 8 patients succumbed to the heat with no air conditioning. This is SRN News. A plea for peace on the Korean Peninsula.
Robert Park is a missionary who was detained and tortured by the North Korean regime for several months in 2009 and 2010. In an editorial in the Korean Herald, Park urges President Trump not to go to war with North Korea for fear that many secret Christians in the communist enclave would die in the process. He points to a United Nations report that indicates there may be as many as 400,000 believers in North Korea hiding their faith to avoid arrest, torture, and execution. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
A senior member of Chancellor Angela Merkel's party has been rebuked by his own political allies for suggesting that Germany might put some Muslim holidays on the government calendar. A spokesman for Merkel's conservative union bloc told the Bild newspaper that Islamic holidays will not be recognized, adding, quote, "Our Christian heritage is not up for negotiation." This is SRN News. Authorities made a final arrest in the killing of a U.S. border agent. Correspondent Mike Grazia reports.
The U.S. Attorney's Office in Phoenix says the last of 7 suspects in the killing of a U.S. Border Patrol agent is in custody. 37-year-old Jesus Rosario Favela Astorga was arrested Saturday without incident by authorities in Mexico. He faces first-degree murder and other charges in the December 2010 killing of 40-year-old Brian Terry in the southern Arizona desert.
That's Mike Grazia reporting. A new study inspired by Boston's early experiments with self-driving cars finds that the technology could ease congestion but might also lead to more cars on the road and further encourage urban sprawl. 3 companies are now testing self-driving cars in Boston's Seaport District. One of those companies, Newtonomy, has also partnered with the ride-hailing service Lyft to research how passengers book and route a self-driving car. More details at srnnews.com. From Washington, I'm Bob Agnew.
Guess who's on the cutting edge of up-to-date checking services? Heritage Bank. That's who. You know we're neighborly. You know we're trustworthy. Now know that we have the edge on checking accounts. With Edge Checking, you get benefits like shopping discounts, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Now you can be on the cutting edge with a new checking account at Heritage Bank. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. Member FDIC. Bankwithheritage.com.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, Clarksville area weather, sunny and nice, 69 for a high today, clear, cold tonight, 43 for an overnight low, and Wednesday, sunny, pleasant, 72 for an expected high, overnight low around 45, Thursday up to 75, no mention of any rain until next week. Currently, we're at 41 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. It is 8:05. Time now for a look at your traffic here on the big 1400 WJZM. Traffic around the city and the county, very busy at the moment. 48 and 13 if you're coming into the city from the county, very busy out that way. 41A, Fort Campbell, not bad. 79 Woodlawn, not too bad at the moment. Tiny Town Road and Trenton Road, all very busy. 79 St. Bethlehem, busy in a couple of spots. And 41A Sango, it is busy as well with all the construction going on in that area. Looks like the MLK 76 connector, not bad at the moment. If you're headed to Nashville, well, you will hit a pretty good slowdown where they're doing some construction right at the other end of the county. Let's check in with Commander Chuck, see what's going on with the traffic in the Nashville area.
And very active as far as accidents out here in the last few minutes. Latest wreck out west, Highway 70 and Sawyer Brown Road. A crash 40 eastbound off-ramp at Whitebridge Pike there on the west side of Nashville. Wreck with injuries tying up Harding Place at Franklin Pike. Right in the intersection there. Stay away from that. Very heavy on the interstate here, I-24 east and west at Hickory Hollow Parkway. Dr. Elizabeth Baker at Maryland Farms Chiropractic specializes in headaches, migraines. Call 309-8279. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news this morning on the Big 1400, brought to you by Heritage Bank. It is 8:07, and that means it's time for hour number 2 of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John Michaels. Good morning, Mayor Kim McMillan is in the house. This is our Tuesday with the mayor, and it is her turn to spend some time with us. We're looking forward to that during this hour. We'll be talking with Mayor Kim McMillan. Thank you for being here with us this morning here on Good Morning Clarksville.
Now when you're feeling low and a fish won't bite, you need a little bit of soul to put you right. You gotta make like you wanna kneel and pray, and then a little bit of soul will come your way. Now when your girl is gone and you're broken too, you need a little bit of soul to see it through. And when you make your run with your rock and roll, you'll get a lot more kids with a little bit of soul. And when your body falls and there's nobody through it, a little bit of soul and there is not Now when you're in a mess and you feel like crying, just remember this a little song of mine. And as you go through life trying to reach your goal, just remember I feel out of this soul. A little bit of soul, yeah, a little bit of soul. A little bit of soul, yeah, a little bit of soul. A little bit of soul, yeah, a little bit of soul. A little bit of soul, yeah.
The Big 1400 WJZM Radio, 41 degrees at 8:10. We're going to have another Sports Now update coming your way at 8:20, brought to you by Mr. Appliance.
I'm almost out of breath. What I saw like to made me
You don't have to do I mean, yes, we do have company coming.
Company's calling.
Company's calling. We do have Mayor Kim McMillan joins us this morning. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
It's good seeing you.
It's good to see you too.
Yeah.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, thank you. So I know you got a busy day today, so we won't,
That's right.
but we're going to keep it. So first of all, they're having the official ribbon cutting, or the grand opening. What are they having with Hankook?
Well, they're calling it a ribbon cutting because, the plant is built now.
Right.
And it is ready to start being in
production?
operation. As you know, they have they're already actually producing some tires. So it's a beautiful, magnificent facility. So if anybody hasn't seen it, it is huge.
Yes, I know. I'm driving by there. You can't, man. And then you think, then they're going to put the LG plant out there in that area. Whew, and it's going to be even bigger, isn't it? Is it going to be bigger than Hankook?
No, it won't be bigger. Well, actually, you know, LG, they're doing it in phases. And so the phase 1 will be the first thing they're doing, which will employ about 600 people. Whereas Hankook, what they have built now, they anticipate having 1,000 people.
So they're still hiring as it Hankook is?
They are. They're still hiring.
Good.
It's a wonderful opportunity for our citizens. They are good jobs, and we're just so thankful that Hankook chose Clarksville, Tennessee to build their first and only North American production facility.
Yeah. And so now are we going to change our name from Clarksville to Amazon if they build it here? What was that city in Georgia? Did you read about that? Where they were going to change their name?
Well, that's what I've heard. So it's I don't know that even that would lure Amazon here. I mean, it's
I don't know where we'd put them.
Well, the things that they require in order to have the plant locate is we couldn't meet the requirements to have that particular facility.
I think the average person like you and not you, but me and John and others listening to the show, we don't really understand what goes on behind the scenes as far as, well, no, we need this railway and we need this much land and we need water and we need roads and, you know, all of those things have to come into play, don't they, ma'am?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, that's where all our economic development officials and the state economic development officials really come into play, because it takes so much planning. It is years in the making to get a facility like Hankook or LG or Google or some of the ones that we've had. It just takes years to get all the pieces in play to actually make something like that happen.
So next year, are you planning on running again?
Well, I have every intention of running. As you know, the term limits for the city mayor are 3 successive 4-year terms. I have served 2 terms, and I love what I do. I love serving the people of Clarksville. I love all of the city employees that I have the pleasure of working with. I think we have a wonderful city. We still have ways to go and things to do, and I am just so excited. I can't believe that it has the 4 years of my second term are coming to an end in 2018, and so I'm ready to just keep going.
Yeah. So what do you think are some of your accomplishments? I mean, you know, I know that we'll hear about it we get closer to the election, but you know, what does Kim McMillan tout as these are some of the things that I feel, you know, I can put forward to the city, to the citizens of Clarksville?
Well, you know, there's just so much that you want, and I don't want to sit here and just start rattling off.
We don't mind. We ain't got nothing. You got anything? You got any place to go, John? No. Okay.
Well, I can tell you some of the things that I'm the most proud of is things that we've done to help improve our public safety, because that's what's important to the citizens. You know, citizens want to feel safe. They want to know that they have and live in a community where they can let their children go out and play outside, where they can feel like the response from their public safety officials is sufficient. And, you know, just in the time that I've been mayor, we've built 2 huge new fire stations which serve the citizens of Clarksville, improved the response time. We've been able to build an entirely new, beautiful police precinct and are working on the prospect of another one. So those are the kind of things that I think are important to citizens. It's things that you may not be able to really see, but it makes such a difference in the everyday lives of
I
our
guess
citizens.
we take it for granted, don't we?
We do.
You know, a lot of us take it for granted. You don't because you see it.
911 because you need help. You just take for granted that
they're going to be there.
That's right, that they have the tools that they need to be able to, do their duty. And but without having the proper equipment, the proper fire stations, the proper number of trained, firefighters and police officers, we couldn't do our duty. And we spend a tremendous amount of time and resources making sure that that is so that people, like you say, can take it for granted because it's always there.
It is Tuesday with the mayor here on the Big 1400. Mayor Kim McMillan spending some time with us before she has to dash out the door and go to the big ribbon cutting at Hankook, which is taking place today. You know, when you think about the area downtown, the revitalization of downtown, are you pushing that? Do you have a vision for that?
Oh, absolutely. And, I have been working on that ever since I was very first elected in 2010. As you know, the Performing Arts and Conference Center, which has been a personal endeavor of mine, and also, I believe, of all of the citizens of Clarksville. The Leaf Chronicle, when they first published an article about the Performing Arts and Conference Center, headlined and called it the game changer. And that is exactly what it is, because we have had consultants and experts and everyone you talk to say you have to have a destination location in your downtown to spur economic development.
And growth.
And so a real destination location is a entity like a performing arts center that can have over 200 events a year. I mean, we're not talking about just the Roxy. I mean, the Roxy will be part of it, but that's only a very small part of what we're talking about. And, we've had our consultants, when they performed the feasibility study, believe literally 200 events to bring people into the downtown area.
You know what? Is that 200 a year?
Yes. So you're talking about everything. You're not talking about just theatrical performances. You're talking about concerts. You're talking about shows. You're talking about other types of facilities that you can have in a performing arts and conference center. It's more than just shows. It will be the Roxy times 10. I mean, you're just talking about other types of performances and other types of events that you can have in a huge facility like that. So it's a game changer. I mean, the Leaf Chronicle was exactly right. That's what it is. It can turn the tide, because what that does is that's what brings your restaurants. It brings your retail. It brings other types of facilities where people want to be downtown.
And they want to come downtown.
Exactly.
Yeah. So where do we stand? I mean...
Well, we've moved a tremendous amount further. As you know, I have been pushing this, obviously, ever since I became mayor, but we needed to do it right. So we hired a very prominent professional company to do a detailed 5-phase feasibility study, which would indicate that, number one, this is something that Clarksville wants. And this is something that Clarksville could support. And the study is 163 pages. They did a tremendous amount of research to actually find out that Clarksvillians will support a performing arts and conference center. They do want it in their downtown. They do want the kind of things that it can bring. And that's people from across the spectrum. They did numerous studies to make sure that was the case. Because that's what I said. I mean, I don't want to spend the taxpayers' money on something that they don't want.
Right.
So we need to find out first, do they want it? Second of all, will they support it? And third of all, what does it need to look like? And so we've done the studies, and we really did our research.
Our due diligence.
Exactly. That's what you have to do. Now, we have one last phase on the study, but what I've been trying to do was get the money appropriated from the council to purchase the land and the properties that we need to actually build the facility. And that I've tried to do that for the last 3 years. And last year, during the budget process, I was successful in getting the council to pass the budget that included the money to actually purchase the properties.
Mayor Kim McMillan's our guest. We need to take a break. It's time now for a Sports Now update on the Big 1400, brought to you by Mr. Appliance.
This Sports Now update is presented by Mr. Appliance. Get it fixed fast with a quick call to Mr. Appliance at 931-503-7070.
The Tennessee Titans woke up this morning tied for first place in the AFC South. Quarterback Marcus Mariota fought through a strained hamstring for one of his most memorable performances in Nashville. He completed 23 of 32 passes for 306 yards and led the Titans to a 36-22 comeback win over the Indianapolis Colts. The win snaps an 11-game losing streak for Tennessee against their division rivals. The Titans will now be on the road this coming Sunday against the NFL's worst team, the Cleveland Browns. Now over to Austin Peay State University, where they have released their 2018 baseball schedule. Coach Travis Jansen, entering his third season, has put together a tough out-of-conference slate loaded down with high-profile home games. The Diamond Govs will open their season at home on February 16th against Maryland Eastern Shore and will launch into the new campaign with 11 of their first 12 contests inside the friendly confines of Raymond Sehan Park. Lastly, today we'll bring you a sad anecdote from University of Tennessee football. The Vols, coming off a 15-9 loss at home against South Carolina, are preparing for a 2:30 showdown against longtime SEC West rival Alabama this coming Saturday. And according to most anyone you talk to, they are seemingly staring at an impossibility. ESPN gives the Vols between a 5 and 8% chance to win on Saturday. Las Vegas has them as a 30-plus point underdog, and recent history does not bode well for the men in orange and white. Their last win over Alabama came back in October of 2006. That's right. When Tennessee last beat the Crimson Tide, there was no such thing as an iPhone. Bob Barker was still hosting The Price is Right, and gas was $1.91 per gallon. From the WJZM Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Don't despair over that busted stove, broken dishwasher, or out-of-order dryer. Just pick up the phone and call Mr. Appliance. He offers flat rate pricing, meaning there aren't any hidden fees, and he promises an always quick response with same or next day appointments. Mr. Appliance also gives you a complimentary 1-year parts and labor warranty on every household repair. You can book an appointment anytime by calling 931-503-7070 or by going online to MrAppliance.com/Clarksville.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio. We have a Sports Now update coming your way at 9:20 this morning, brought to you by Coffee Break and Cheesecake. But in the meantime, this is our Tuesday with the mayor, and we have Mayor Kim McMillan in the house. We're talking about the downtown area. Let's move out to Exit 8, and a lot of activity, potential activity going on around Exit 8, this athletic complex. Tell us about your vision for this athletic complex.
Well, the one thing that I do know about Clarksville is that the people in Clarksville love their sports. They love their children. They love their ability to be able to have their children have the kind of facilities that they need to excel in different types of sports. And, you know, soccer is obviously extremely popular in this town. And Heritage Park, as you know, which is our premier soccer facility, is quite frankly overcrowded and too small. Our community has grown. You know, we're the 5th largest city in the state, and as such, we need more facilities that need to be provided for the parents and our children. We also need something that can serve as an economic development tool for our community, so that we can use it like we're using Heritage Park now, but it's just, we need more ability to have more types of tournaments there. And so you're talking about a major athletic complex. What I envisioned was not just to build another soccer complex, which is kind of how this started out, but to look at an athletic complex that would encompass much more for our citizens and citizens outside of our city that want to come could envision. And we've partnered with...
Is that like when we host the tournaments? And
Yes.
Okay.
And the economic development money that comes, the tourism dollars. I mean, when people come for a tournament, you see, they bring all of their families. They stay in our hotels. They spend their tax dollars when they eat out and do things here in our community. It is a true tourism bonanza for our community.
An economic boom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it pays for itself in what you're able to generate. But we want to do more than just provide more soccer fields to go along with Heritage Park. We're talking about a 400-acre site that will have the ability to have just about everything: lacrosse, rugby, baseball, basketball. I mean, it's going to be so big and have so many various things that people won't know what to do. We've worked with a company who is very interested in bringing a baseball team here to our community, and we could build a multi-use baseball stadium, which can be used not just for playing baseball for the team that comes, but could also be used for all our recreational league baseball. A baseball facility also can serve as an outdoor concert venue and other types of activities. It's just unlimited, the potential that we can do. Like I've said before, as the 5th largest city, we don't want our citizens to continue to have to go to Nashville or outside. I mean, not that we mind that, but we like to have the facilities here to help them. We've had the Predators contact us again about ice. We started that years ago about building an ice. The Predators, they don't need another place for themselves to play or practice or anything like that. But what the Predators have done has gone to different communities, and if you build ice, you build an ice rink, then they will come and manage the facility for your citizens, youth hockey leagues and others where you can use that to your advantage. And so we're talking to them again about that whole concept, to go in conjunction with the baseball. I mean, we're a true sports town. We are, and we need to really take advantage of that. And I think this athletic complex, which, by the way, I've been working on this for a long time too, but last year in the budget, I was able to get the money, a rather large sum of money appropriated and approved to buy the 400 acres that we will need to actually make this dream a reality.
Ambitious.
I am ambitious. I'm ambitious for the people of Clarksville. That's what drives me in everything I do. It's not about me. It's about our people. It's about what they need and what they deserve.
Yeah. Mayor Kim McMillan, thank you for coming by.
You are welcome.
We appreciate it. Look forward to
I'm
2
excited.
weeks. You're back at Halloween. And John and I were talking. I said, Mayor McMillan is going to be back in 2 weeks. And he said, Halloween? I said, yeah, she's going to dress up as the mayor of Clarksville. And isn't that a novel idea?
That is a novel idea. Well, I mean, that could be.
I don't know how many people are going out. I know John's going to dress up as a clown, Pennywise. And
all right. Well, now I have to put in a plug for Fright on Franklin, which will happen on Saturday the 28th before I'm here on the 31st. As you know, that is a time when all the parents can bring their children, their young children downtown. We'll have tons of booths that will give away free candy. So it's a safe atmosphere to have your younger children go trick-or-treating. Last year we had over 4,000 children in the downtown area. So we expect a huge crowd. Everybody come. It's free. It's something that you can really enjoy. We'll have a costume contest and all kind of other fun events.
Fright on Franklin.
Fright on Franklin.
Sounds good to me.
It's fun.
Let's dress up, John.
I've been there.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor McMillan.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
It. The Big 1400, WJZM Radio.
we do as we please. When the weather's fine, we go fishing or go sailing in the sea. We're always happy, lives we live in, yeah, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio, Chuck and John for the Tuesday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Don't forget, Vol Calls comes your way each Wednesday, 7 o'clock on the Big 1400. Bob Kessling usually has Coach Butch Jones or the basketball coach.
Yeah, it's getting close to B-ball time, round
it is
ball.
that time people start thinking about the hard court. In fact, I think that Tennessee had their opening. They don't call it Midnight Madness anymore.
No, but it's kind of the same thing. I forget what they called it.
And of course,
but they've had
Austin
that.
P had. They're getting ready to have theirs. Coach Figures. What did he say? They're getting ready. I can't remember, but we'll find out tomorrow. Because tomorrow is Governor Wednesday, so Cody will have all the answers. But Vol Calls right here on the Big 1400, 7 o'clock tomorrow. So. We had this thing going on because today is National Pasta Day. We've had this thing about food going on all day.
Can't wait for my SpaghettiOs.
And so I wanted to share something with you that makes me feel slightly better about how clueless we are about, other cultures.
Are you speaking to me?
A lot of people don't realize you're a Renaissance guy.
I'm trying to broaden my horizon.
No, you broaden your horizons. You always are talking about watching foreign movies with subtitles.
Yes.
You like going to Thai restaurants and you like going to Indian restaurants.
Yeah, I do.
So you know a lot about other cultures. A new survey found 73% of British people think that they're very knowledgeable about foreign foods, but the rest of the results don't really support that. Now, part of this survey was a multiple choice quiz with a bunch of foreign terms followed by possible definitions. Now, here are 5 foods and what people thought they meant.
All right.
Now, these are 5, what people thought they meant, okay? Enchilada. Now, most people knew that one, but 6% thought it was an animal found in the jungles of South America.
Oh, well, that's when you say, I want the whole enchilada.
They're probably thinking of chinchillas.
Yeah, probably.
Ramen. 24% of people said it was the name of a religious festival. They were probably confusing it with Ramadan. 13% said they thought it was the name of an Egyptian pharaoh, and 4% said they thought it was a position in the Kama Sutra.
Well, I celebrate ramen every day.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Tom Yum Goong is a type of soup in Thailand.
Yeah.
12% of the people thought it was a form of martial arts. 11% say that they thought it was the name of an Asian pool player. And one person thought it was the name of the Thailand superstar named Jung Lo Johnson, whatever his name is.
Smith.
Yeah. The Vietnamese noodle soup, pho. Food. Yeah. Food. 15% of people thought it was an exotic fish. Another 10% thought it was a Game of Thrones character.
Foo. Have you seen Foo? Kung Fu.
Falafel. 5% of people said it was the name. Falafel.
Falafel.
Yeah. Falafel.
I eat falafel.
Yay! 5% of the people said it was the name of a Russian poet. Another 3% thought it was one of the components in a jet engine.
Oh.
Falafel. Yeah.
Don't falafel on my waffle.
There was also one American food on the list. You know what it was?
What? Hamburgers.
No.
Hot dogs.
Gumbo.
Gumbo. I love me some gumbo, too.
And most common incorrect answer was Dumbo's brother.
Dumbo's brother.
What's the name of Dumbo's brother?
It's Gumbo.
Gumbo.
Dumbo and Gumbo. Don't you remember that cartoon?
Oh, no.
It was Walt Disney.
No, I don't remember that. I'm
Gumbo
sorry.
the elephant?
I remember Dumbo the elephant.
No, Gumbo the elephant. I thought it was Gumbo.
No, it was Dumbo.
Oh, Dumbo.
Yeah.
Gumbo.
He had the big ears. No, Dumbo, John.
I'm confused.
I know.
I
You'll get
feel
over
that
it.
way.
We need to take a break.
We do.
We'll be right back.
Clarksville Online is where you'll find the latest in Clarksville area news, weather, sports, and current events. Depend on Clarksville Online for crime reports and special events, Fort Campbell news and current events, and the latest financial news. Want sports? Then visit ClarksvilleSportsNetwork.com. Movie listings and weather bulletins? Go to DiscoverClarksville.com. And for all you bikers, visit ClarksvilleMotorcycle.com. You'll find everything you need on the Clarksville Online Digital Network. Clarksville Online. We are Clarksville.
Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. It's your car, it's your voice. Jackson's Body Shop, the best choice. Dents, dings, major body repair. A pre-loaner car, 'cause we really care. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Call 647-6989 or Jackson's.
What if you suddenly found yourself unable to pay your electric bill? Fortunately, help is available. It's called Project Help. By adding an extra $1 to your monthly electric bill, Project Help makes it possible for many in this community to keep the lights and heat on during the cold winter months. Project Help donations are distributed by agencies in this community which treat all applicants with fairness and compassion. This message brought to you by CEMC, Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation, a proud sponsor of Project Help.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
The Big 1400 is WJZM, Clarksville, Fort Campbell, Hopkinsville.
Was your New Year's resolution to lose weight, but you haven't been able to accomplish this? Then come to the Doctor's Diet Program at 231 Dover Road. They're open Tuesdays and Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Doctor's supervised weight loss can be achieved by following the simple diet plan. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100 pounds, the Doctor's Diet Program can help. Call them today at 931-906-5555. That's 931-906-5555.
Looking for a new golf experience? Tired of playing the same old courses? Try Clarksville's newest golf course, the River Club Golf and Learning Center, located along the Red River. The picturesque River Club offers some of the area's best golf, putting greens, and driving ranges. And while you're there, stop by and have lunch in the clubhouse or enjoy some live music in the evenings. It's open to the public and waiting for you. The River Club Golf and Learning Center, Clarksville's premier golf experience. Call the River Club of Clarksville today for more information. 931-919-3200. The River Club of Clarksville.
Loans. Heritage Bank. Those are the only 3 words you need to know if you need a car or boat or RV or storage building or pool or new garage or lawnmower or 4-wheeler or a vacation. Or, well, you get the picture, right? Picture yourself with a loan from Heritage Bank and that special something that you've been wanting. Call or stop by your local Heritage Bank office today. Loans from Heritage Bank.
NMLS number 431499. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bankwithheritage.com.
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio with Barry White.
Too much of anything is not good for you, baby. But I don't know about that. As many times as we've loved and we've shared love and made love, it doesn't seem to me like it's enough. It's just not enough, baby. It's just not enough. Oh, baby. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. Girl, I don't know why. Can't get enough of your love, baby. Lord, some things I can't get used to.
1400 WJZM Radio, where we've got high school football this Friday. Our game of the week, Clarksville Academy versus Nashville Christian. Justin Swallow's on the call. He's everywhere, isn't he? I know. He does everything. Airtime 6:45, kickoff 7 o'clock.
He's always somewhere
He's always doing something. But it's Clarksville Academy taking on Nashville Christian. You know, we were talking about food. We were talking about how people get,
hungry. I'm hungry.
Yeah, confused. And this is National Pasta Day.
Chef
and John's
Boyardee.
trying to get me to try falafel.
Yeah. Let's go get some falafels.
I don't know. I told you I'm going to Chi-Town to get me a hot dog.
Oh, that'll be... I've been there 4 or 5 times since you said you were going to go. She always goes, "Where's Chuck? We haven't seen Chuck in a while."
I'm going down to see Donna and get me a hot dog.
Yeah.
Get Chi-Town. But anyway...
I bet.
This guy picked the worst possible day to take off work. Now, Gilberto Escamilla handled food deliveries for the kitchen at a juvenile detention center in Brownsville, Texas. And in August, he took a day off for a doctor's appointment. But while he was out, they got a call from a food company that they worked for. It was about 800 pounds of fajitas that were supposed to be delivered. But the person handling Gilberto's calls didn't know what they were talking about. They said that the kitchen didn't serve fajitas, but the company said that they'd been delivering them for 9 years. So everybody was confused, and they insisted on looking into it. Well, it turns out Gilberto had been stealing every single order of fajitas for almost a decade. And he had a side business where he resold them to people in the area. And when they added it up, he had stolen more than $1.2 million worth of fajitas over the course of 9 years.
That's a lot of fajitas.
That's a lot of fajitas. That's 9 years, though, getting away with that. And nobody caught him. The facility had consistently been over budget, so no one could figure out why. That was why. Of course, they promptly fired him when he showed up for work the next day. Then police found a bunch of fajitas in his fridge when they searched his house. He was arrested last Tuesday. He's now facing felony charges on first-degree theft.
Night of the lost fajitas.
Can you imagine?
$1.2 million worth of fajitas.
That's a lot of fajitas. How many falafels would that be?
That'd be a lot.
Yeah.
It'd be about 8.6 million.
The Big 1400. WJZM Radio, Chuck and John. Good morning, Clarksville. This is John Denver.
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. If I had a song that I could sing for you, I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. Sunshine almost all the time makes me high. Sunshine almost
The Big 1400, WJZM Radio, remembering John Denver. Clarksville area weather, sunny and nice today, 69 for a high, 43 for an overnight low. Going to be chilly. For Wednesday, we roll into Wednesday with pleasant temperatures, sunny skies, 72 for a high, 45 for an overnight low. Thursday, mid-70s for an expected high. Friday, 77. And the weekend looking even better. We don't have any chance of rain or a major chance of rain until the first of next week.
It's going to be nice for something that's coming up.
Yeah, something that's coming up.
The weekend.
Homecoming. No, homecoming.
Homecoming.
We love the 90s. Homecoming 2017, that is the theme for this year's Austin Peay State University homecoming. And everything it kicks off tomorrow. They've got golf tournaments going on. They've got get-togethers. They've got in fact, they've got the 50-year reunion breakfast for the class of 1967. That's Saturday. Then, of course, they've got the homecoming parade. Everybody be stepping. That'll be great. That'll be a lot of fun. The Alumni Awards luncheon, and then homecoming game. Austin Peay versus SEMO, that's at 4 o'clock. Yeah. And tailgating, that's just what everybody looks for.
I start fasting on Friday night.
Why? Start Thursday. Get rid of the falafels. Is that right? Falafel.
Yeah.
Not falafel. Get rid of the falafels. Yeah.
I like falafels.
Well, just don't eat as many.
I like my waffles.
Yeah, don't eat as.
I make a waffle sandwich.
You can get rid of the falafels.
Have you ever had a waffle hamburger?
A what?
Waffle hamburger.
No, I haven't, John.
I ran out of buns, so I used 2 waffles.
Oh, that sounds, that's innovative.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No.
Syrup wasn't too good on it, though.
The what?
Syrup.
You didn't put syrup on it.
I thought I needed to, but it didn't taste very well. There's help.
John,
I need help.
John, you need to get out of those Fritos. You need to get rid of that bag of Fritos and the hot sauce and the Daddy Suds or Daddy Soda.
Daddy Soda.
Yeah, you need to stop.
I saw.
Hey, did you go see Destiny yesterday?
I did. Get to see her for a few minutes.
His granddaughter's home from college.
Yeah, she's leaving in a little while.
Yeah, good.
Headed back.
She doing okay?
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you got a chance
Headed back to
go
Memphis.
Headed back. But anyway,
back to Graceland.
Yeah, Austin Peay homecoming is this week.
And tomorrow
starts tomorrow.
is Austin Peay Day.
Yeah, really?
It is.
It's Governor Wednesday.
Hello, governors.
Cody Bush will be in the house.
Right.
I can't believe that. It's Governor Wednesday.
Right.
What do you think they'll want to talk about?
Governors?
The governors?
Yes. The governors of Austin Peay.
We'll have to do our research, our due diligence to find out what to talk about this week concerning governors of Austin Peay.
Because I think there's something going on this coming weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So.
We'll have to check with Cody Bush.
Yeah, because he's here because Mr. P, Mr. Bill is
Mr. Persinger, the great elk hunter,
Yeah.
has gone, to the great north. A friend of mine was telling me his brother went hunting in North Dakota.
Really?
This week. So, I said, really? These people that can afford to go on
Maybe he's
hunting
gone.
trips.
Maybe he's Ted Nugent is his guide.
You better be careful if he's Ted Nugent. Time now for the good news.
I'll run that one. Ted Nugent.
Now, these people got their kids lost in the middle of nowhere and still ended up looking like the coolest parents ever.
Yes.
You see, Jan and Helen Cluett went on vacation to a remote part of Scotland last week with their 4 kids, ages 6, 8, 10, and 12. And they took a canoe across a lake to stay in a tiny cottage for a night. Well, apparently, they're an adventuring type of family.
That sounds like an adventure.
Yeah. So then overnight, the water came up and washed away their canoe.
Oh, no.
So their only way out was a long walk through a swamp.
Ooh.
Luckily, they had a cell phone signal, so they decided to call for help instead and check out how they got rescued, if you want to know.
I would. They rode alligators out of the swamp?
It turned out there were some train tracks about a quarter of a mile away. And the next train that was scheduled to pass by was the one from the Harry Potter movies.
Oh.
Yeah. In the movies, it's the train they take to school each year called Hogwarts Express.
Oh.
And there's a replica of it that you can ride on at Universal Studios in Orlando. In real life, the train is called the Jacobite, and it does sightseeing tours. The cops got in touch with the conductor and had the train make an extra stop.
Well, and then they hopped on that train and they took the last train to Clarksville.
Yeah. All aboard? Yeah. And that's a good story.
That's a good story. I like that.
It's a good story. I'm glad they were rescued.
Yeah, so do I. Because then they'd been like Gilligan's Island.
In Scotland?
Yeah.
I don't know if they would be
Professor and Mary Ann
here on Gilligan's Island.
That's right.
Thank you very much for sharing this part of your Tuesday with us here on Good Morning Clarksville. John and I always look forward to being with you. Hopefully we'll get together again tomorrow. Till then, be well, my friend. Bye-bye.